My own mother never chose me, so God chose my future instead. My own mother never chose me. She loved my siblings openly and treated me like a mistake. This is the story of how being rejected at home pushed me into the life I never imagined. I grew up never knowing my father. No picture, no name, no explanation. I stopped asking very early because I could see it made people uncomfortable. But what hurt more than that was my mother. She never loved me the way a mother should. I don't say this with anger anymore. I say it with clarity. I had siblings, and from a young age it was clear who was loved and who wasn't. Affection was never shared equally, and I learned early that I was not chosen. So I survived quietly. I didn't ask for much. I stayed out of the way. I believed that if I focused on school, maybe one day things would change. I worked hard and I graduated. After that, my mother suddenly started acting like she cared, not because love grew, but because the children she loved didn't make it. One sister, older than me, never finished school and got pregnant. Another sister, younger than me, did the same. My younger brother became a criminal. The ones who were protected didn't build anything with that protection, and the one who was ignored kept pushing forward alone. After graduating, life humbled me. I didn't get a job, not for 1 year, not for 3, but for 9 years. 9 years of rejection emails. 9 years of being told, "We'll get back to you." 9 years of waking up hopeful and going to sleep disappointed. My siblings mocked me. They said, "What makes you different from us? We're all at home doing nothing." They mistreated me daily. They spoke to me like I was useless. My mother called me names and turned me into a house nanny. I cooked, I cleaned, I carried the household on my back, and still she loved them more. Then one day, after 9 years, my mother kicked me out of the house. No warning, no apology, no plan. I had nowhere to go. That night, I called my boyfriend, the man who had been supportive since day one, since we met at university. He didn't judge me, he didn't ask many questions. He simply said, "Come to the big city." He connected me with his sister. He rented a place for me. For the first time in my life, I felt safe. When I arrived, I didn't rest. I barely slept. I applied for jobs nonstop, day and night. I refused to let pain waste me. I refused to let my past define my future. 2 weeks later, my life changed. I got 8 interviews at big companies, all for the qualification people once laughed at. I passed 6 of them. For the first time in my life, I had choices. 1 year later, the same man who stood by me when I had nothing bought me a house. I remember standing at the door with the keys in my hand, shaking. For the first time in my life, I had a home no one could chase me out of. My name was on the papers. We later went home for Lobola. Suddenly, everything changed. The same people who once ignored me now looked at me with pride. My mother smiled differently. She spoke softly, carefully, like someone afraid to break something precious. I didn't confront the past. I had already healed. I got married, not into chaos, but into peace. A calm home, safe mornings, warm meals, emotional safety. I became a mother of 2. A home filled with laughter, stability, and love that is not conditional. As time passed, life expanded. I invested. I built. Today, I own 3 apartments that people rent every month. Passive income, stability, freedom. We have 4 cars, not for showing off, but because life is no longer tight or restricted. I wake up without panic. I sleep without fear. I support my family, peacefully, from a distance, not because I hate them, but because peace needs boundaries. My mother never apologized, and I made peace with that. I learned something powerful. Sometimes your door is closed not because you are failing, but because of where you are. Some places can't hold who you're becoming. Some environments only know how to break you. And sometimes God removes you violently so you can finally live gently. The man who is now my husband has supported me since day one, since
Life's
we
journey
met at
balances
university.
family, love,
He
and
saw
personal
me
path.
before the world
Find
did.
joy and connection
And
while
this
honoring
is
yourself.
why I tell my
Quiet
story.
reflection